This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby. Couple tank top boys.
Dude, we're just some
You know
tanks.
what I'm saying? I've been working out.
We're just a couple guys in tanks, man.
Well, you know what to do? What it is I'm taking my workouts to another level.
Yeah, you
doing a little
look
touch
better.
sparring. I'm doing some CrossFit kind of stuff, routines.
Do they not have bench?
So, okay. So I haven't, okay. So
Oh, you're one of
my
those gyms
chest-
that don't use
My
bench.
chest is a slow burn. It's a slow burn. It's a slower burn. We're working on the other stuff first.
Really?
And then
I
we'll
see,
get
I
to
would
the
say
chest.
chest
Yeah,
first.
most guys would. Now, here's the thing. There's a genetic component to this that I'm not really. I've got a Shogun Hula chest. You
Your
know what
mom
I'm
has
saying?
flat chest too?
My mom was actually very amply endowed.
Really?
Yeah. My mom.
Your mom has some sweater
had
puppies?
Giant Italian breasts.
No way.
That's correct.
Your mom has those big salamis?
Yes, and my dad
didn't
was
know
a
that.
barrel-chested fella, but somehow
Your dad has some
old
tits?
Bry was born with. You know, Dov Davidoff said you were the guy when the Spartans were rowing the boat. They needed somebody in the front of the boat who knew people and could negotiate spice trade
And hold the hold the
goods.
candle?
Yeah, I can speak the language.
Yeah.
Somebody who was just there to
Yeah.
who liked people and knew the difference between cardamom and Aleppo
Yeah,
pepper.
yeah.
You know, somebody who was sensitive to the environment.
Use
and-
cheeses.
Yeah,
Stroke off
you
the
need
boys,
somebody
yeah.
who can be not physically robust, but somebody who's sensitive to the temperature in the air.
Talk their way through the town.
There you go.
Yeah, I get
there
it.
you go. Somebody who's there good. And I might just have been the guy who kept everybody laughing and happy.
Yeah, the
you know?
jokester.
The jokester.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be built with.
Chest just in it, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not
not-
coming, it's not coming at, what are you, 56?
58, and this
If
is
it's not
all.
coming- if-
and this is all the best I can do.
All natural. But if a chest isn't coming at 58, it's not like, well, next year.
We're not getting our stuff
No.
in chest. No.
It's not your thing.
No, so but it is
That's
it is
okay.
a couple of it is Tank Top Wednesday, and we are here.
Thursday.
It's Tank Top Thursday, but we're recording this Tank Top Wednesday, and for me at the end of the day, I'm gonna shave the old head and
I
get
don't
a little
think you're
Botox.
ever going to do that.
We'll get some hair transplant stuff. By the time I'm 60, I think I can look 50, and that's
You don't
the,
look like Jeff
that's the goal.
Bezos, dude.
I'm yes. Hopefully, I can look like the problem with the old
better eyes, though.
father time.
Undefeated.
No matter what you do, you're still gonna look a little bit. You're just gonna look old. You're just
Do you know anyone that's beating Father Time?
so
J-Lo?
Laird Hamilton. When I saw him in his 20s or early 30s, I'd never seen anything like it. And he's older
He's
now.
still in phenomenal
He looks
shape.
great, but he's
Yeah.
still an older guy.
He looks
no matter what you
fucking
do.
good, though.
Yes, for his age. For his age,
I got two people for you that I think are
He
beating
looks
Father Time.
great.
he looks great.
So is his wife. They're both dimes.
Yeah, she's a freak.
They're
She's-
both freaks, though.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Yeah, look at them.
She's taller than he is. How about that?
They're both freaks.
Yeah, but he's older. See what I mean? He's still, he's got that giant neck.
Who?
Still got a lot of
so
hair.
now- I mean, J-Lo's beating it.
No, James Marsden. Have you any of you ever worked with him? Can you pull him up? This guy has looked the same
yeah.
for 25 years.
I think my wife was on a plane with that guy,
No way.
and she sat right across from him. Yes,
Look at him.
And yeah, and he's
funny.
He's probably my age, right? How old is he? A little younger. 51.
51.
51.
So, yes,
Yeah, he's got a full head of hair, man, and a good actor. Handsome son
He's
of a bitch.
great. Yeah, he's funny.
And my wife said he was very handsome in person.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
He's a dish.
Yeah, he's a
Get it.
dish. And he's talented. And he's talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
talented. He's got a good old career going, too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You see,
Now, look at that hair. I mean, a lot of it's in the hair. I got to be honest with you. If you don't have a lot
Yeah,
of
if
hair
your
in your
hair's
gray, if you got
aging,
my hair,
yeah.
you put it on his face, he's looking every bit of 51.
Yeah, every bit.
It's just that hair keeps you looking good. And when you have that
It's all about
genetics,
the hair.
damn. I mean, that's a beautiful head of hair.
Oh, that's a beautiful man.
Yeah, but I wish I that's the one thing. It'd be nice.
How old's Dax Shepard? He looks
that's
good
a good
too.
Dax is probably in his 50s.
Yeah, he's on TRT, but he looks a lot
50 years
better.
old, yeah. Dax a big boy. I think he had his substance abuse for a long
Yeah,
time.
he did. Yeah,
So
he's a big car guy.
Yeah.
Good pod. But he looks good for his age. He
Cool
looks
guy.
great.
Sure.
He has some cool cars.
I never met
He likes
Dax.
stuff different than I do, but he has some cool stuff.
Yeah.
He likes the station wagons and Grand Nationals and
That's
shit.
dope right there.
67 Lincoln Continental. That's dope.
Yeah, I never.
This is interesting.
Yeah, he loves station wagons.
You ever met Dax? I never have.
I never have. Fan of him though.
Yeah, good guy.
The other guy I noticed, and this is again kind of a weird world, was Jacoby Shaddix. He's the lead singer of Papa Roach. He has not aged a day.
Really?
Yeah, pull him up. He's 48 years old. He's on tour right now, actually with Under Oath, and Carrie Underwood came out on stage and sang with him.
He's got youthful hair. He's got great
Yeah,
hair.
don't spike your hair like that though. But yeah, he looks great.
Remember Papa Roach
But
songs.
don't spike your hair like that. But he looks fucking awesome. And I'm a fan. His music, don't spike your hair like that. But his music's fantastic.
Really?
And he's talented as fuck. Okay. Oh wow.
Well, yeah, no, we're not.
But he might just be. He just posts what he's grateful for. That's dope. That's a cool way to use
Yeah,
social
it is.
media.
Yeah, it is.
That's too much writing, but in his hair's too much. But I like
Yeah.
the message he's sending.
Yeah. That's for
I've
him.
heard from people on tour with him that he is the nicest guy. That the first day of this tour they're doing, he literally spent 3 hours just going to every bus and talking to everybody and getting
Yeah, I'm a
to know
fan.
him.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
I'm sure he's an awesome
And
guy.
Carrie Underwood sang with him on stage the other
I
night.
love me some Carrie
I know
Underwood.
you do.
What's his band?
Papa Roach?
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. He hit that song. I have a friend who is a dark story. I played football with him. Then he went to CSU. I went to CU. He played lacrosse too. His older brother was team captain. He was a stud player, but he was always a little off. Got this girlfriend. They went to college together at CSU. She broke up with him. They're on winter break. He found out she was on a date with another dude. He walked in there and shot her and then went to the car and shot himself.
Yeah, that's sad.
But he used to listen to that Papa Roach song before. Sorry, it got dark. But he used to listen to that Papa Roach song before every football game. So when I think of Papa Roach, I think of that.
Yeah,
and it ruined the band for me.
He needed a friend like you to be like, dude, what are you doing?
No, he was always crazy.
A little crazy.
Like always a little off.
Yeah.
Like when he went make the play, like, okay, it's just one play. What's wrong with you? Like you could tell, like, oh wow, something's going on there.
Yeah.
We didn't know that was the darkness was going on, but yeah.
That's a guy who catastrophizes and it's like the end of the world.
Stud player too. Stud.
Really?
Stud.
Fuck.
Stud. Shot his girlfriend and then blew his head off. Dark story. But yeah, so I want to think of Papa Roach something else, and I love their music. So maybe I should hang out with them.
We can make that happen.
And Donnie's sad now. Sorry for that, everybody.
Return of the Direwolf on Time Magazine. They brought back the Direwolf.
Oh man,
What is a direwolf?
it's from Lord of the
What?
Rings.
What?
I don't know what the.
Tips the scales at 80 pounds, could grow 6 feet long.
150 pounds. A 6 foot, 150 pound. That's a big animal.
Dude, that's the one in your backyard.
Yes, it is.
That might be
Yes,
a
it
direwolf
is,
in your
dude.
backyard.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Isn't direwolf? That's what's in
Game of Thrones?
Dude, they brought it back. Yeah,
yes, Game of Thrones. But isn't that in Twilight?
Maybe
Yes.
Twilight.
They brought it back.
Yeah. Hey, when you think of Twilight,
they?
no one has
Scientists.
no one has a problem with a vampire that's 300 years old dating a 16-year-old. We're just gonna gloss by that.
I do. And also, why is he in high school?
Yeah, I'm gonna protest it.
Creepy. But he's a vampire. So he eats people and sucks their blood and kills them. So anything goes with the vampire. It's not like vampires are not going to drink a 16-year-old girl's blood,
It's real to me.
especially when they look like they're 16.
Never read any of those books or seen the movies, so I don't know.
I lived them.
Lived them? Well, now you have to get into it.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I've not read those books. I saw the first movie. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a romance thing. Kristen Stewart.
Vampires are always like sexy, right? Like
Yeah.
eternal life.
Yeah.
I love it all. We have some fan questions, dudes.
We do have some fan questions. Let's just get straight into it.
We should have a song. Fan questions, fan questions.
Fan questions, fan questions.
Here's one from Jose Hernandez. What do you recommend for a 320-pound dad that let himself go after high school but is trying to get back into lifting? I used to power lift, and now I'm trying to be a model for my 2 boys.
Oof.
Brennan, take it away.
Number one would be diet. So he's 320 pounds, not because he stopped working out, probably because of his diet. And if your kids eating junk food, they're going to eat the junk food. So then it's a terrible cycle. So I'd clean up the diet so your kids
Diet for sure.
Yeah, so your kids eating good food. Take the kiddos on walks or doing something active, getting 10,000 steps in.
Start slow, right?
Yeah, start slow with walks with the kiddos. and then just get your ass in the gym.
Even 20 minutes in the gym, if you do it right. Even like just going in there and doing just something for 20 minutes.
20 minutes almost waste your time.
I totally disagree. What do you mean it's a waste of your time? If you do it right, 20 minutes is...
This guy ain't going in there doing the workouts you do on it, buddy. He's going to his local gym, and he's not going to put together a whole circuit. He's going to start slow.
Right.
And he's a power lifter. His background is
he's a
power
power
lifter.
Okay.
You want to calm down now?
Okay. Well, you still can get your shit.
No, you're not going to plan your whole
20.
morning for 20 minutes.
But get a 30-minute thing in then. With,
You could knock
with somebody
out
who can
maybe
teach you how to
30.
do some circuit training. Start out. I just think an hour is a lot. You're going to find ways to avoid it. You're not going to find ways to avoid 20 minutes. Like if you just get it in, even if you're lifting, like, you know, just if you're doing something physical.
But once you're in there, you'll be good. He just needs the hard
Right,
part's
but
just
if
going
you-
in.
yeah.
But just start, dude.
Start.
Hi.
Starts with diet, though.
Okay. Mickey York wants to know who can do more push-ups, Callen or Schaub?
That would be worth trying right now.
Let's do it. You got tank tops on.
And I will do 30 push-ups right now without warming up. And I would imagine you can do more than that.
I think so.
Yeah. Let's do 20 just for shits and giggles and see how we do.
I mean,
25?
whatever you want.
You want to do it outside or in here?
In here.
I think in here.
Where though?
Right there.
So there's two spots.
I mean, again, I got to be careful, but let me try it.
Just so you know, this question was asked 5 times.
Take a little break. I want to just talk about what is a mechanic auto shop owner in Georgia, a taco restaurant operator in Arizona, and a life-saving medical innovator in Tennessee have in common? Do you know what they
Dude,
have?
they sounds like they're all small businesses, and you know what? I bet they're all thriving on TikTok.
That's right. She Mechanic, AZ Taco King, and CPR Rap are just 3 of the 7.5 million businesses across the U.S. that are using TikTok to compete and grow. How about that? So from family-run establishments to entrepreneurs, 74% of businesses on TikTok say the platform has allowed them to scale their operations, increase sales, and expand in new locations. And that growth means jobs. Today, millions of businesses on TikTok employ more than 28 million people and counting. Small businesses thrive on TikTok. Learn more about TikTok's contribution to the U.S. economy at TikTokeconomicimpact.com. Basketball fans, you ready to win real money? Check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 dunks on its rivals.
Dude, it's basketball playoffs, baby. Just like 2 or more players and choose if they have more or less of a stat. Bet on my boy Jokic, you're always going to win. Like points, rebounds, 3-pointers, and more. Pick 6 is available in most states, including California, Texas, Georgia, Missouri, and more. Don't settle for smaller payouts. Switch to Pick 6 and cash in your basketball knowledge. New players get 50 in Pick 6 credits instantly on just a $5 entry. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now. Use the code FIGHTER. That's code FIGHTER for new customers to play 5 to get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
I'm going to give you...
Hold up.
My problem is Donnie's going to be all over me. Someone's going to have to hold Donnie.
I'll hold Donnie. 15, 16. Come on. And that's 20, boys and girls. $36. That was great form, too, by the way. $50, Brian, $50.
That for almost 60 years old.
Number to beat 50?
Yeah. It's a lot. No warm up.
None.
Extra weight? Well, you don't want to get around. Okay.
You benched today, huh?
I did bench today.
It's a lot. Your body breaks down.
50's the number to beat?
Yeah.
Okay.
One leg, Brendan. 8, 9, 10. Just so you guys know, Brendan's doing one-legged push-ups right now.
Should we take a break or no?
36, 37,
That's amazing.
40.
41, 42, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
1, 52,
Can I stop at 60?
57, yes.
Come on. I mean, that's a lot of push-ups.
60. 60 one-legged push-ups, guys.
That's
Well, just for the record, I always do push-ups one leg.
impressive. That's a lot of push-ups.
I only do push-ups one leg. As a kid, I learned to cross my legs.
You want to try it?
No, thank you.
Okay. That's a lot.
This will give us a little energy.
How much push-ups? How many push-ups can you do? 100,
100.
right?
Yeah.
Jeez, you do that routinely?
All the time.
I don't do push-ups. That's a lot. That was easy.
I'm gonna let you boys catch your breath. This next question's for
I don't need my
Chin.
breath catched.
How have you ever had to cut something out of the podcast you thought would be hilarious, but would worry it would cause some?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Every day.
God. How many times?
Every day.
How many
Every
times
day.
I'm like, oh my God, I
Brendan
wish we
will
could keep this
Brendan
in.
will just say something outrageous
Yeah.
for shits and
Yeah.
giggles to
Because
fuck.
I
But it's
know
so
it'll fuck
funny.
with Chin.
Yeah.
It's so not those ones. I don't like. I'm saying the really funny stuff that it's just
By the way,
over the top.
I give all credit to Magic Mind for those push-ups.
When we leave, though, we'll get in a group chat. And Brian be like, oh, we got to take this out. I'm like, oh, dude, it's so funny, though. But it gets dicey.
I just don't want you to get in trouble.
This current
Dumb shit.
landscape we're in with YouTube.
People are idiots. I know.
Okay. All right.
I felt good.
Here's a question we're all getting a lot, and I get it too. Guys, what's happening with the entire crew when you move to Austin?
A lot of them come with us.
Not really. So it's a good thing you asked. So in this room, Brian already has a house. I have a house there. Chin's looking. So it'll be me, Brian, Chin. Casey will start here working remote, and then we'll make his way over to Austin. And that's about it.
Yeah, Mark and I will be staying, but I've already talked to Brian. He says there's a room for me. So when I come by, I'm going to do pop-ins and visit you guys.
Do some pop-ins.
So you haven't gotten rid of me yet, you two.
Do some pop-ins.
Yeah.
We'd love it.
Okay. Next one. This is from Steve Allen for you, Brian.
Okay.
Brian, which hairstyle that Brendan has had over the last decade was the best and worst? Example, trucker Brendan, platinum silver Brendan, neat comb over Brendan, shaved head Brendan.
Very good question.
Can I guess before you answer?
Yeah.
Your favorite was shaved head, Brendan. Your least favorite was platinum hair, Brendan.
I'm a fan of shaved head Brendan, but I like, actually, my favorite is when your hair is long, uniformly long.
What do you mean?
It's just
Like hanging in
fucking
the back?
just long like this.
I know,
Yeah.
it's just annoying.
It's just a great head of hair.
all right, I'll take
and it's
it.
and it's a little like whatever. What are
Wow.
you doing? What are you rocking right now?
It's still long,
Yeah,
just
tight,
not,
just high and tight.
but it's long. It's
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah. I don't mind that either.
I'm like the basis for fucking Papa Roach.
Yeah, but I like when it's just it's a special forces look. You've been in the field a little too long.
like that. You'd like
Yeah,
it.
a little feel.
Just when it gets too, I want. Yeah, when it gets too long, it's just when it's like blowing my face.
Yeah, a little bit much.
I feel gay.
Yeah, but you should have gay hair because
Yeah, you're right.
you're thicker than I've seen you.
But your least favorite was blonde. Was the platinum? I
Yeah.
assume. Yeah.
I think you're bigger, more muscular than I've ever. Even when you fought. I
Yeah,
think you're
probably.
bigger. You're stronger than when you fought.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
At least bench rise.
Yeah.
Okay, Chin, I just emailed you a photo we got from a fan, if you could pull that up. And the question was, when looking at this, who would win in a fight?
nice.
It's really nicely done.
That's very well done.
Well done. Weakness, hairline. Weakness, iced Americano.
Weakness, hairline. Weakness, iced Americano.
Years of training, unknown.
purple, yeah.
Years of training, 5.
It's true, unknown.
Pros,
still training
every day
though,
for
still
5
training.
years. Pros, he'll meet you halfway. Anger
Graciousness is
issues.
great. I love this motherfucker. Who
Competitive.
did this? Who sent this?
I have
We
to go
love
back
you
and look
so
at it.
much.
Hey, cons for Brian. Trains a few times a year. And then A.
He's so right.
For Delia, cons hasn't trained for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Won't take it serious enough.
Yeah.
Dude, this is spot on.
It's so spot on. This guy is
Post
so
this
awesome.
to Fire the Kid.
Dick size,
Okay.
9.5 inches. Yep. Bell color. So here's the thing.
That's hilarious.
Put all your money on me. And I mean all your money on me.
Yeah, because Chris doesn't fight.
He's just- he just
not a
doesn't have
fighter.
that. He
No, he's
doesn't
a
have
fighter.
that. He doesn't have it.
Nor would he do it.
No.
He doesn't.
No, he'd be like, oh, dude.
Cons are so fucking funny.
That is
Trains
so
a few times a
funny.
year. Age. Hasn't trained for 10 years. Also won't take it serious.
What a great, look at my AI face too. Oh, that's so good.
Chris's is almost better.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, way better. I mean, that guy's got that's a Matt Hughes jawline and
Yeah,
a
you
Bryan
look like
Callen
somebody.
head.
That's hilarious. Look at your kimono.
Why does yours have like
Flowers. on
flowers?
it.
Because
on
I'm in touch with my feminine side.
That's so funny.
Chris is that is
God,
so
it's so
fucking good, dude. Mandragon, Tired Eagle. That is so good. Tired Eagle and
I
Mandragon.
love it. Yeah, we'll both pick Brian here.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
Just because Chris isn't a fighter and he would never take it
It
serious.
is what it is.
Chris doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
Right.
Like when me and Chris went to Phil's with Eric and some guy was like freaking out. Chris was like, oh my God, then it hit me. Oh, I have Brendan. I'm like, God, I've never thought to myself of another grown man handling a situation for
Yeah.
me, ever.
Yeah. Either have I as much of a pussy
Never.
as I am. I'm just ready to go.
Yeah, Chris is great though.
This question is for everyone in the room.
Graphics great.
Which guests have surprised you in the most positive way? For this person, it was TJ Miller and Jay Moore.
I mean,
Jay
they're both
Moore's a
great.
great guest. But he didn't surprise me because I've seen him do other stuff.
They're both hilarious.
TJ Miller's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm such a fan of his. We're both Denver boys.
Yeah.
Oh, mine would be Silent J. From, remember?
Oh, 100%. Not Silent
Kevin
J.
Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Jay and Silent Bob.
He just
Yes.
hung with
Silent
us.
Bob, yeah.
He hung all
He
the
was
way.
awesome.
Awesome. Kevin Smith is awesome.
I think Gene
Connor was
Simmons.
great
So
too.
smart. Connor was great.
Disappointment, 50 Cent. Remember?
I literally didn't understand what he was saying. I think he just felt so uncomfortable with us, and he didn't know
They
us.
kind of rushed him into it. and
Yeah,
he was
and-
trying to relate to me with fighting. He tried saying he fought. It was weird.
Yeah, and I didn't.
It
I
wasn't
don't
his
know what was
fault.
going
They were
on.
kind of like, hey, you're doing Fighting the Kid. We're at the Fox. And they
Yeah.
push him in the room. He's kind of like, oh, what up?
Yeah.
He's like, you're the fighter, right? I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? He's like, oh, I fought. I'm like, oh, God.
If we could have had dinner with him alone, just to hung and gotten to know him, and he had trusted us, I think it would have been a very different thing. But he was thrown into this thing. I don't think he
I'll
felt
tell you what,
comfortable.
I'll tell you, surprising with Kato Kalin. Because a lot of those people that, like, you know, obviously he's balls deep
great.
with OJ stuff. A lot of them don't want to talk about their shit. He was completely
Great.
open.
Yeah, he's great.
We didn't even ask him. He's just
such a
talking
sweetheart.
about it. He's awesome.
He's a man of a certain age too. It's like, all right,
Yeah, there's no ego. He's great.
who else was
Gene Simmons. I was
Yeah,
surprised
he
by
was
him.
great. Gene Simmons,
But
is a
like
great,
with all the languages,
yeah, he's a great
instantly knew,
communicator.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant guy.
Yep.
But there are some sleepers, people that just like shock the shit out of you. You're like, whoa, you know. But a lot of guys who people had never even heard of, Theo Vaughn. You know, I mean, all these guys that came on. You know. Yeah.
What else you got?
What else have we got? Let's go with this one. This is from Kyle Gleason. Need baby name help. We need some help naming our second boy. We all start with the letter K and would like to keep it that way. We have a few in mind, but my wife threw out Callen with a K the
like
other
that.
night, and I had to get your guys' opinion.
I
what
love
do you
Callen
think,
with
Rinks?
a K.
Callen with a K is good.
Did they give it the last name?
No.
I also
last-
kind of like
Gleason,
Cato.
Gleason.
I kind of like Cato.
Callen Gleason?
I don't like Kaka. Callen. Callen? Yeah, all right. That's nice if you want.
Like, our last name's Kendrick. His middle name's going to be Kevin. Start with a K. KKK. Just something you gotta be wary of when you're,
Gotta be wary of that.
Yeah, you don't want that on your.
You don't want those
on your
initials.
jacket.
Yeah.
Callen with a K is kind of dope because you don't hear a lot of Callens.
Callen with a K.
Callen's cool. It's
known
different.
I've known some first name Callen.
I don't know any. There's that artist Callen Schaub.
That guy.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, and it's
Is he? That's his real
his
name.
real name's Callen Schaub.
Wow.
You think we would be related because he's a Schaub?
Yeah. Let's take a little break, buddy. Let me tell you something about hymns.
Dude,
all right?
imagine what you'd look like in 6 months if you started using hymns, bro.
Listen, you can get fuller hair. You
Oh
can
my
get thicker
God.
hair in 3 to 6 months. All right. And all you got to do is basically take a picture of your hair, send it into Hims. A doctor will look at it, and you will get your prescription very quickly in the mail.
Dude, and it's all from the comfort of your freaking couch.
That's
Hims
it.
makes treating hair loss simple with doctor-trusted options, clinically proven ingredients. All right, choose from
Finasteride, minoxidil. Yep.
choose from personalized chewable, oral spray, or serums treatments to find what works best for you. The process is super simple, 100% online. Answer a few quick questions. A medical provider will determine if the treatment is right for you. Bam! Prescribe your treatment sent directly to you for free. No insurance is needed. One low price covers everything from treatment to ongoing care.
Yep.
Start your free online visit today at hims.com/fighter. That's HIMS.com/fighter. hims.com/fighter.
Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if the prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Yeah,
We might be.
there he is. I always thought that was not his name. I thought that was
He sold that painting for $50,000. And he hangs upside down
Wow. Wow.
and does work. Look at that. Boosh.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Okay.
His name's Callen Schaub.
All right.
1.2 million followers.
Wow.
He's crushing it.
I think it's a travesty we don't have a
Look
piece
at
of that, art in
that.
here.
That's cool as shit. Look at
We should
that.
have this art in here.
It's too expensive, Sinaz.
I just don't.
This shit is not
Homeboy's
cheap.
expensive. Yep.
And nor should it be.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks
A
cool.
lot of colors.
I mean, that does look cool.
Name's
But would you
I don't know if I'd do that to a Rolex.
Yeah, you'd ruin the watch. It's just so.
But is it going to dry like that or?
I'm hoping there's a still. He just found a way to do this, and
Yeah.
somehow it
Crushing it.
picked up. So that's good.
Look at that. It'd be hard to tell time.
And plus, it just looks.
Look
I remember
what
I
time
talked
is it?
about this
Like,
guy before.
man.
Oh, I don't know, but you can.
Oh, it's somewhere between 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Because I can't see the 1 or the 4.
It's just.
Unless it's 6:35. I don't know what time it is.
640.
That's cool.
Sean Meeks wants to know, how do you guys feel when fans come up and talk to you like they know you? Because in a weird way, they do kind of know you.
love it.
Also, I'm
Facts.
sure it's weird to talk to someone like that. But again, big fan, let me know.
I love it.
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
a privilege.
Yeah, it never bothers me. Never.
I think it's like really cool that people. I was in, when I was in Omaha or in Denver, and people come up and shake your hand. It's like it makes me feel good that I'm doing something they really appreciate.
Have you,
And
have,
I
you-
can
have you
see
had
that
any
they do.
bad encounters? I haven't. Never.
never,
Not once.
Never.
Never.
I mean,
And most of them are cool if I'm with my kids. I'm like, they'll wait till I'm like to the side. I'm like, I know your kids, man.
I was-
Cool if I get a picture. Or they'll go up to T and be like, you know who your dad is, right? And T be like, yeah. And then be like, your dad and this, and this. And T's like, I know.
I was at the UFC, and there was a guy in the stands. He's like, Callen. Like, when I go, hey, and he goes like this. He goes. I was like, holy fuck. He had long hair. He's just kind of big shitty guy. And he's like, hey, Callen.
I bet his
I
buddies
was like
were-
this, me. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, and he goes. It was so
People
awesome.
suck,
I
though.
forgot about that.
That's
It
funny.
was so good though. And I was like, but I went like this. I go, the fuck did I do? I just walked away. It was awesome. That's a great thing to do to a
I bet his
celebrity.
buddies were like, yeah, get his ass.
He was with a girl, but it's such a
I
great
bet
thing
his girl was
sometimes
like,
to
you're
do.
not getting your dick sucked tonight.
Oh man.
Callen.
Hey, Callen. I remember when.
And I know you were like, "Hey, what the
Yeah, when I,
You're the perfect guy
I was
for
all
it.
excited.
You're the perfect
He went-
guy for it."
And I was like,
What I do?
and it's like, Jesus, I walked backwards. I was like, fuck did I do? You know, I was like such a shock. It was so funny. I remember Billy Baldwin, he did Sliver with Sharon Stone back in the day. And he was a movie star and he was at a hockey game or football game. And this giant like fireman from Long Island, you know, he's like, "Hey, Baldwin, I saw Sliver. I want my money back, you fucking F guy." And Baldwin was like, "Yeah, well, I'm going to go have sex with a 10. Fuck you."
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay. Let's just go with this one. If you boys had to pick the biggest UFC card right now, what 3 fights would it be and where would it take place?
John Jones,
John Jones,
Tom
Tom.
for sure.
Well, Patty Pimlet, Connor. Topuria.
Patty Pimlet, Connor?
Yeah.
If Connor was training and took it really seriously.
Yep.
Why that?
Huge fight.
Just
Patty's
the-
massive and
just
massive.
the whole thing
massive,
that would cause.
Massive.
I'm thinking like just to pit skill with skill. Kamzat, I want to see Kamzat and
DDP?
Yeah, that's what I want.
That fight's happening. That's not like
Yeah.
a dream fight. That's happening.
Yeah.
And it's also not going to sell paper.
What about historically? Like
I hate when people do that. I don't.
GSP? Who would you like to see GSP fight?
None of that. I don't do any of the old shit.
No,
Like the current
Why, 'cause
ones,
It's a different game now.
it's just stupid. It's never going to happen. Like Tom and John's going to happen.
Yeah.
DVP Hamzat's going to happen. People, how would Bruce Lee stop? I don't. You know, like the current shit. Like
the larger-
Topuria, Dustin Poirier's a fun fight.
Oh yeah.
Islam Makhachev versus Shavkat's a fun fight, or Islam versus Bilal Muhammad, or Islam versus JDM. Like real shit I'm into. This whole make believe, you don't need to do it. There's so many fights we want to see.
Would GSP be a champ today? That's the question. Or is it a different
I don't know,
game?
it's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no way we'd ever
But
find out.
Topuria looked like he was giving Marab some fits in the gym. That was wild.
Staying with UFC, Giovanni Torres wants to ask both of you, do you guys still actually think Connor's ever going to come back? He's
No.
been blue balling us for years.
I
I'm not
know.
even a fan of him anymore
I know.
unless he steps back in the cage.
I know.
I don't care anymore, and I think it's over.
I think he fights one more time. I think odds are he won't win the president of Ireland. And then once that malarkey's done, he'll come back to the UFC for one more. And I think it's Patty Pimlet.
God damn, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Patty or Nate Diaz.
Damn. Patty is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old is Connor now? 37?
I think so.
I don't know. It's a tough, yeah.
36.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
He started very young too,
Oh, yeah.
and just skyrocketed within a few years.
Yeah, fastest
He
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one will ever do it the same.
Phenomenal.
This question's for Brian. What's one of your biggest creative regrets? Something you might have passed on or didn't do that still bugs you till this day?
I was, from what I understood, I was in the running for Talk Soup when it was really popular, and I was late to the audition.
Oh, that
I
was a
missed
big one.
the audition.
And then Joel McHale got it.
Well, Joel's better, but I missed the audition. It was
You've been
before Joel.
great
it
on
was
that.
before Joel.
Oh, before. Yeah, I remember.
And
they
I
had
was
that
in the
other-
running, and I was
Yeah.
good, and I was young, and I would have crushed it.
Yep.
And it was Bryan Callen sabotaging himself.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been my biggest creative regret. I don't have a lot of creative regrets. I've tried hard at things. I might not have spent as much time writing scripts. I should have learned writing. I should have gone to school for writing. It's very different. You can't learn things just by reading books. You need tutelage from really good teachers to
Yeah,
teach you
do
your
it.
mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I made that mistake. That was very dumb. So I would have gone back to school. But
Do you
my
remember-
biggest creative regret is not going to a formal writing college, not studying literature in college, not studying creative writing in college with the best.
Which you majored in history though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's not going to help
Fucking
out.
stupid. I should have immersed myself in the best that's been written and read, so I could have learned the craft of writing, which is a very difficult thing.
Did you ever hear when what's his name? What's his fucking name from Good Will Hunting? Not
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon. He turned down Avatar, and they gave him the offer. So he turned it down. Cameron came back, goes, all right, we'll pay you this much money, but we'll give you a percentage of pay-per-view points. And he's like, nah, it's just, I don't think it's going to do very well. I'll pass. And he said he ran the numbers today, and it's like $900 million, something like that. He's like, that's my biggest regret.
Yeah. We all have them. I don't think you can be in the game without having regrets.
Yeah, everyone's going to have regrets.
I mean, it's impossible not to. The whole point is that you will stumble through life. You will make one continuous mistake after another.
That's what you
hit
learn.
some.
It's all good.
You'll hit some.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean your life would have been better. That's
No.
My friend who's made a lot of money and spiritual guy said something I thought was fucking great. He said, you can hit every goal you've set for yourself and ruin your kids' lives. And what he means by that is that sometimes you can make enough money so that your kids grow up with zero struggle. And because you're so busy,
You're never around.
and your children will pay that price, and they will pay that piper. Mando is basically that just smells the Italian bergamot and that Palo Santo.
Well, dude, those 3-in-1 shampoos that are all over these days, you're like, man, what is going on here? Then the founders from Lomi, Mando Whole Body Deodorant, is helping men conquer their odor in a new way. All right. Mando has long-lasting 72-hour odor control that actually stops odor before it starts. Best part is you can put Mando everywhere: pits, your wiener, feet, skin folds.
But what happened when I said I'm going to take this home? I wanted to take the Palo Santo home, and Brendan and the rest of the office goes, no, keep it here because we use it here. I spray it on myself.
Yeah, we love it here.
It smells so good for real.
Full body deodorant. We love it. All you got to do is go to shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. All right. And for you new customers, get $5 off with the starter pack. All right. That is basically 40% off your starter pack use with the code FIGHTER at shopmando.com. Let's take a little break because this episode of The Fighter Kid Q&A is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, who are in the business of keeping your car on the freaking road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and parts knowledge you need for all your maintenance and repairs. They've got thousands of parts, accessories in stock, either in store or online, so you don't have to worry if you're in a jam. They got it all. I changed the oil on all my freaking rides, and I went there. They had everything for me. If they don't, ask the people that work there. They either have in the back or they can order it. Shows up the next freaking day. Professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are a one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself. You can find what you need in-store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter. You spend 75% of the total time you spend with your son between the ages of 0 and 12.
Yes.
Then after that, they get friends, they get involved in sports, they're out of the house, they go to college. 75% of your time spent with your child in your life is from the age of 0 to 12.
And that's when you bond too. I savor every minute I can with my boys. Every minute.
But you just mentioned Matt Damon. Matt Damon was on Hot Ones recently, and he got asked this question that I think we all wonder, like, why don't they make movies like they used to anymore? You know, like your.
Oh no, I don't wonder
Superbads.
about that. Did he talk about Avatar or no?
So I think he sort of went over, but
Let me see what he says here about that. That's interesting.
So I think a scenario lots of viewers can relate to is sitting on the couch on a Friday night, going through the streaming services, cycling through the movies and thinking to themselves, they're not making movies for me anymore.
The DVD was a huge part of our business, of our revenue stream. And technology has just made that obsolete.
Oh, that was interesting.
I did too. I didn't think of that. I didn't know that. So DVDs, you can't make your money on DVDs, so you got to make all your money up front.
Yep.
I mean, a DVD used to be what, like $20?
Oh, at least.
Can rent them. You can buy the movie online for 10.
Yeah. That's wild, man.
So
Yeah,
we knew that was coming.
I never
remember
go to the
talking about
theaters
this.
anymore.
No.
Never.
Nobody does.
Okay. Jay Kelly wants to know, gents, who do you think will replace Dana White when it's time to hang it up, and when is that time?
I don't think Dana White will ever hang it up. I think Dana White will be doing this when he's 90 years old.
I don't know if he'll do when he's 90, but eventually he'll have no choice.
Maybe his son, you know?
No, his son's not into it. I could see, but DC's older too. I could see DC taking over.
Okay.
Must be a hot second.
Baylor wants to
Yeah,
know.
he's not retiring anytime soon.
Oh, no. Sorry, guys. Baylor wants to know, I just became a dad. So as dads, what's the nastiest thing your kids have ever done that you've had to deal with?
Oh, you'll deal with a lot of shit. They'll just take shits on their own, and they'll miss the toilet, and they'll try to wipe it themselves.
I haven't had any of that.
My 3-year-old will do a number on a bathroom.
Man, nothing too crazy. I mean, yeah, Bossy shit on the floor, but it was a turd. It was a turd, and Joanna stepped in it. It was like 3 a.m.
Yep.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But it wasn't messy. It was just a hot turd.
Yeah.
Why did he go on the floor?
He had to poop so bad, and he was like running to the bathroom, and then a turd came out. And then he's crying, and then we come, Joanna and I come running in, and she goes, "Oh!" And she stepped right on it.
Yeah, my little baby was crawling. He got out of the shower and he's just naked. Just I turned my back for a second. He left a pile of shit the size of him. I was like, man, that came out fast. Just boom, you know.
Yeah, nothing too nasty. Yeah, shit's the worst thing you're gonna deal with.
You won't worry about it. You'll change diapers. Fucking.
Yeah, it's not a big
Did
deal.
you guys ever use that tool? It's like Swedish tool to like suck boogers out of your
Yeah, oh, you know what? That makes me
Yes.
gag.
Yes.
When
Yeah,
they're,
right?
When they're infants.
Can we pull that? It's awful.
gotta-
No.
So
gotta
you can
suck-
also shoot distilled water. Don't do tap water because you can get an infection, but distilled water or saline, whatever, through the nose and, push it through. That's all. It also helps.
You're not sucking it out.
No, it doesn't work as good. The suck out gets it out right away, but Joanna has to do it. I'll try because I have a hard suck, so sometimes I have to do it.
You'll gag.
Dude, I'm like, I can't get through without gagging.
Yeah.
It's so nasty.
It works.
You know, Asian parents just do it directly with their mouth.
No, they don't.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
You're gonna make me throw up, Chin?
I'm telling you,
I don't
that's
wanna
what
talk,
they do.
I don't want to talk about
What
it.
kind of Asian?
A lot of cultures do.
Yeah, they just
Like put my face over his nose?
yes,
No.
your mouth. Your mouth. I'm not kidding.
Next
I've
question,
seen
I'm
it
gonna throw up.
happen.
Next
Okay,
question.
okay. Grayson says, I'm looking into joining a class to learn some self-defense tactics. What would be the best for beginners?
Karate.
Jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, or Taekwondo?
Karate.
What were his options?
Jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, or Taekwondo?
It's going to be wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu. Muay Thai is great.
Wrestling's not something you really just do.
Yeah,
like
true.
it's a lifestyle
can't do-
commitment.
you can't do that.
If you want to take like some classes, jiu-jitsu would be good.
Muay Thai, right? Or boxing. What's better?
Right, boxing, you have more fun.
What's better, though?
They're about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boxing be fun though for him.
Andrea wants to know, what do you guys think of Paul Hughes and Brendan? Do you think he ruined his chances on the UFC by turning down their offer when he was a free agent?
No, I don't think they're gonna hold it against him. He'll be in the UFC one way or another soon. The PFL is going under. Bellator's already gone under. He's by far their biggest star. Even though he lost, he really didn't. He's such a stud.
Can I see Paul Hughes? I don't know.
So fucking good.
Really?
Oh my God. Stud.
Oh, he's that little Irish guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stud.
Oh, is he? He's that good.
Superstar.
Really?
Yes.
He's like the mini Connor.
Everyone says that because Connor's from there, but not
Yeah.
really. I mean, yes, they're both
He's a
good
talker,
fighters.
though, and all that.
No. He's respectful.
No.
So he actually went
he's
up to
not.
Khabib saying like, I'm not that kind of Irish person.
Oh, I
or
got
something
you.
like that.
Yeah, he doesn't like the stuff, but everyone does that. Oh, he's a similar Connor.
What weight?
They're both from Ireland's massive.
Is he 155? I forgot. Let's see.
He's a stud, man.
Yeah?
Superstar. I think he's by far the biggest star they have over there.
155.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd love to see him in the UFC. He'll get over there one way or the other eventually. I mean, PFL's going under. Yeah, he's the real deal. He'd fit.
Why
great
is
in the
PFL
UFC.
'Going under? It's just for the same reason all the other fight
Yeah.
leagues do.
Don Davis, their owner, every time he speaks, it devalues the company. Doesn't give us the fights we want to see. They have like 8 fighters anybody actually wants to see. They never match them up. They keep emphasizing the stupid smart cage
Why? Why do they do that?
because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. He's not they're not fight fans. They're businessmen trying to create revenue, but they don't have any stars,
Right.
and they don't know how to make stars. They don't have any depth. Horrible production. Don't give us the correct matchups. Like it's a fucking disaster.
I think the only other promoter other than Dana White that was actually legit was Scott Coker.
Yeah,
like he
Scott-
was like respectable.
Scott was
yeah,
great.
he knew all like the best
Scott was
fighters and
great.
everything. Yeah.
Scott was great.
What's he up to? Where is
I don't know. He sold whatever his shares were.
He's
I'm
up to
guessing.
whatever he wants to be.
Longtime fan Jennifer Abbott wants to know, guys, if you could have anyone as a guest on Fighter and the Kid, who would it be?
Good question. Maybe Elon Musk. Maybe Donald Trump. I'd like to ask him about these tariffs. But
Nah, those would be boring. I'd go with Theo or Bobby Lee
Bobby Lee'd be great.
or I think something fun, dude.
Yeah,
Let's
Bobby
with
Lee.
Trump or Elon.
Yeah,
That's not what we do.
Bobby Lee would be great.
Trump or Elon, the people
Our
would be
most
like,
viral
God
clip
damn
is
it.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah, all the old school people.
Yeah, the
would
old
be
school
awesome.
guys.
Yeah.
Theo.
Will again.
Yep. Sasso.
Sasso.
Oh God, Will's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rogan.
Yep.
I'd rather have my friends than some random people.
Is that, okay, yeah, I get that. Jonathan Cole wants to know, Brian, do you think you'll ever end up on Kill Tony? Would love to see you on there. No ego, just being sincere.
I don't know. I mean, I see Tony all the time now, so we'll see. I'm gonna recommend to Tony this kid I saw last night. I did a show. My daughter came to see me. It was so great. She's 17, and
Where at?
I did an hour at the end. I crushed that room. It was so fun to have my daughter
Where
watch. It's down in South Bay called The End. It's a great sort of venue, and they have shows every weekend. But
You saw a kid?
sorry.
You saw a kid?
This kid was 17 years old, and I was like, oh, shit, he's going to get up there. Bubba, when I tell you
He's good.
he's a genius. His name is Aiden Block, and I was laughing so hard. I'm like, how the fuck? I literally looked at he wrote this? He was like, yeah, he wrote it.
17.
Oh, my God, is he good. Damn, he was so good. I couldn't believe it.
I'm in school.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. That's him.
I don't like teachers. They tell us all their problems. Like, is your divorce going to be on the test?
He's so funny. That's surprising. Yeah. Dude, that's what he was doing the whole time. That's the end right there.
Oh,
I think.
yeah, that's the end.
Oh,
funny.
dude, that's fire all. That's what he just fires off. He's just unbelievable, and I think he'd be a great guest on Kill Tony. He's just so special.
I don't know if you're a roaster, Bri.
No,
No. You're like nice.
but I could be a judge or something, right?
yeah.
But I can roast if I have to.
It's not really your thing, though.
You're so
but
nice.
If they went at Brian, I know Brian could retaliate very
Yeah.
well. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Brendan, this one's for you. When can we expect new Thicccboy merch? Asked a ton of times.
I know. We want to do Fire and the Kid merch, thick.
It's not gonna happen.
Jeez.
Maybe when we go to Austin, we'll do an Austin edition.
I just got to pick my bandwidth,
Go to Austin and do something.
We'll see. Yeah, it's a lot. Because I have to do it all, let's be honest. It's all on me. It's a lot.
No, I can help.
Yeah.
The
I'll
Abbott
design
Kinney
some
thing, though,
stuff.
honestly, if you just did one launch for merch, just the Abbott Kinney shirt is the one that I get the most.
Yeah,
People
we
hit
heard a
me
lot
up
about
about.
that.
Yeah.
Would we
missed
launch
that,
Abbott
too.
Kenny shirt, though, even though we're in Texas? It's a little weird.
Not really. Just do a
No,
farewell.
people want to, yeah.
The
People want
final
it. So.
Abbott Kinney launch. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I want some of those shirts actually.
Yeah, they were
I wear it
great.
all the time.
Yeah, they were great.
Do we still have the template?
Yeah.
You could get it.
Pretty
yeah.
easy to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a sophisticated
Let's do
design.
it, man. Let's do it. It'd be great. Abbott Kinney Fight Club. I love that.
Let's take a little break here because this episode of The Fire and the Kid is brought to you by True Classic. I'm rocking their white tee right now. Callen was rocking a True Classic tee. It's all we wear. If you ever see me in a plain white tee, you can bet your sweet tartan ass it is True Classic. And they have one mission to make sure you guys look good and feel even better. They've nailed the fit, feel, and price across your entire wardrobe. Not just tees, which I absolutely love. They make the best tees hands down ever, but they have hoodies, great jeans, activewear. I only work out in their joggers. Everything you need to live up your everyday style, True Classic's got you covered. All right. I've been wearing True Classic for a hot second. From the first piece I put on, I knew they were going to be big. I just knew it. We were their first podcast ever. Their shop is literally started right next door to us. Shout out to them. All right. So forget overpriced designer nonsense. Skip the cheap throwaways. True Classic delivers premium essentials built for real life. Grab yours at Target or Costco or head to trueclassic.com/fighter to get hooked up today. True Classic. All right, guys, say goodbye to your weak wiener erections, because with Joy Mode Sexual Performance Booster, this is all natural supplement, is designed to enhance blood flow, giving you that firmer, more reliable wiener. You don't want to trust gas station pills. Prescriptions have horrible side effects. This is all natural, backed by science, guaranteed to work. Joy Mode isn't just about better sex. It supports a healthier body overall, your blood vessels, your heart health, enhance your athletic performance. They got you covered, man. It's proven to improve erectile function by 50% in just 60 freaking days. All you do is open the pack, mix it with water, 45 minutes, bam, you're ready to go with Joy Mode. All right? So if you're looking to take your wiener game to the next level, visit tryjoymode.com. Use the code FIGHTER at checkout for 20% off single purchases, 30% off subscription orders. That's tryjoymode.com. Use the code FIGHTER for 20% off single purchases, 30% off subscription orders. Your wiener will thank you. So will your lady or your man's. Joy Mode.
Alex from Toronto, this is for Brendan. I know you say you love Dana and you guys are all good, but why don't you ever go to UFC fights anymore?
I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, you don't really.
Yeah, I don't do anything.
I'm good.
No, my kids' baseball ended on Saturday at 5:30, and then UFC fight nights are on. I mean, I don't. It's nothing against the UFC.
You're busy.
Yeah, I just don't.
It's probably stressful.
I'd rather watch it at home. It's not even stressful. No. I get more of watching at home, because if I go to it live, then I get to rewatch it when I get home for the show on Monday. It's a lot of work. I'd rather watch it at home. Yeah, I don't deal with the hassle of parking, all that shit.
I think a lot of people feel like that with a lot of sports.
Yeah.
You know? Liam Bidwell. Hi, TFAT team. For the last 10 years, I've been watching you guys and love you all. What are each one of your team's death row meals?
That's a good question. Good question. Probably, it's an Arabic dish called mulakhiya,
Jesus Christ.
and it's from Egypt, and it's eaten in that
Jesus
part of the world.
Christ.
And it's the greatest.
Well, they're not serving that.
When it's done well,
not serving
I would
that.
have a Lebanese or Egyptian
Hey,
chef.
it's an American prison.
Yep. I'd have a Lebanese
fly
or
in a
Egyptian
Lebanese chef.
and I would have mulakhiya, and I would have kibinaya, and then I would have a shawarma, but the right one, the kind that comes from Lebanon in the market. Yeah. And there's nothing like it. It's unbelievable. It's how I grew up.
Brendan?
Is that it, Brian?
Sure as fuck's not that.
Yeah, mulakhiya. It's incredible.
Sure as fuck not that.
It's incredible.
The meal I had in Biloxi, Mississippi. You remember the name of that restaurant, Chin, I told you about?
In Biloxi, Mississippi, no.
Biloxi, Mississippi, seafood, famous restaurant from the 1800s.
Oh, yeah. Smoked shrimp or something like that, or jambalaya?
They had
Yeah, a little
jambalaya.
jambalaya is what you had.
Mark Mahoney's old French house.
Y'all had some.
I would have my
Jambalaya.
last meal at Mark Mahoney's old French house.
That's good, huh?
With the best meal I've ever had. And then I'd have a side of pepperoni pizza from Slice House that is up the street from here.
They do a lot of butter and lemon and garlic. That's what they do.
Best meal I've ever had there.
Yeah.
Mark Mahoney's. Their shrimp tails, their gumbo's great. And then, there it is.
Where?
The crab claws are great. Everything. I mean, it's good.
Market price. Jeez.
Keep going down, not the steaks. When I eat steak everywhere. When I went there, I said, I'll do the prime rib. He goes, now why are you going to come to Biloxi, Mississippi and order a steak? Why would you do that? I was like, well, you tell me what to get. He goes, I got you. And I didn't even order. He just brought his best meal.
There's another meal I'd have.
Flounder Imperial is what you want.
Yeah. Speaking of French food, when you have French food by an amazing French chef, like quail, or you go to Bordeaux and you eat like squab and stuff like that with like a whole meal.
Man, you talking some gay shit. I'm talking real food here, dog.
I know, but it's
you talking
so
this
good.
baklavak and Allah Akbar, dude. I'm talking real shit.
No, come on, man.
Shrimp, flounder.
I understand, but I'm
real
talking
American
about the
shit,
French,
dog.
The way the French do it.
Nah, fuck them.
Come on, bro.
They're not doing it better than these boys,
butter, bro.
Nah, not
that's French.
No, but this is that Southern cooking French.
You need it American, huh?
Man, it's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, best meal I've ever had.
Succulent and tender veal, pan
Mark
fried
Mahoney's
hams.
in Biloxi, Mississippi. The best food I've ever
Let me
had.
see. A local patron's creation, broiled jumbo shrimp topped with. Was it real crowded?
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like these new restaurants where it seats 5,000 people.
That's my wife's favorite shit right there. All that stuff.
That's everyone's favorite shit, dog.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What about you, Chin?
You go first.
No, you go first.
No, well, off the top, of course, cream
barbecue.
But if it's my last meal, I've had so much cream barbecue. Last meal, I don't know. I have to think about it more.
Yeah, it'd probably be something I made myself, to be honest. Like, I love my own bruschetta. I'd probably make that and just eat it and be happy.
God, your guys' last meals are
Does it?
depressing.
What is yours, Chin?
I was gonna say cream barbecue. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, it's a Vietnamese noodle dish called hue tiêu from a place called Chu Chao in Orange County.
Yeah.
That's what's popping in my head right now.
Really? That good?
It's that good.
If
to
you
me.
couldn't make your own fucking food, Sanaz, which you're not going to be able to in prison, what would be your meal?
Bruschetta. Korean barbecue is something else.
I think I'd want a slice of pizza from Joe's Pizza in New York.
Oh, pizza's always good.
Joe's especially is my all-time favorite. I'm not picking any Middle Eastern dishes like our friend over here.
Yeah.
No karma sabzi or something
No
like
warma
that.
sabzi or lubia polo. No, I'm good.
You don't want to get too fancy.
Yeah. Also, how am I dying? You know, like electric chair, a little spicy. Maybe you go something like Cajun. Needles, more relaxed.
Yeah.
You know.
I would do the shot, but die by the gun range.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if I had to pick.
Yeah.
I think the shot's the way to go.
Go ahead and shoot me.
Yeah, is the thing like,
Lethal injection is supposed to be super painful, yeah.
then
Oh,
screw
really?
that.
Yeah, that's why you got rid of it.
Yeah, no, you can shoot me.
Yeah, shoot me in the face.
Yeah, instant.
I don't want to be hung.
No. Neither is anybody else that's not from the 1800s. But.
Although, one not a bad way to go is Henry Aiken was showing me how when you put just a tiny bit of pressure right here, just a tiny bit, just a little bit, right here, just a little bit, you'll start to go out. And you'll go out real quick and you won't even know what the fuck happened. You will literally go to sleep. He can just go, I'm sure you can do this. Just here, just tiny little.
Yeah, it's where naked choke.
That's it. And just with his hand like that. And I was like this. You start to feel it. And I was like, and if you're not careful, you'll go right out. And then you just keep that there and you'll just die.
You'd have to hold it for a while.
Long
But
time.
any
not a
rear
bad
naked
way.
choke, the reason they tap is if they don't let go, they would
They're going
die.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't just pass out?
It's not, but it's kind of painless.
No, you're
What I'm saying
restricting
is
the
that-
oxygen to the brain.
Yeah, and
so
you
if
don't
you
have to
just
squeeze
hold
hard
it,
at
they
all.
die.
You don't squeeze it hard at
The
all.
blood. The
Yeah,
blood.
I'll just here.
Carotid artery.
Elbow
yeah.
right here in the middle, just a little bit like that, and you're gonna. He could put right now. He could just do just tiny bit. You wouldn't even feel it. It'd feel like he was hugging you, but you're gonna go out. You're gonna start to feel like this, and you're just gonna be like, boom.
It's a rear naked choke, Brian.
But I'm saying you can put as much pressure as it takes to push on your vein here. If you do it the right way, you go out.
Yeah, any of those rear naked chokes, if they don't tap, they would die. If they just held on, they would die.
Yeah, you definitely pass out before you even know what's happening.
Guillotines, all that.
If anybody's ever done jujitsu knows that you get choked out and you come to, you don't even know what you're like. What the fuck?
Yeah, it'd be pretty painless.
Yeah.
Have you guys in training? Have you guys been
Yes,
blacked out?
many
Never.
times.
Never.
Never.
So you've never gotten.
Never.
You never got choked out
Never.
once. Wow. Even when you were beginning.
Never.
Wow.
Never.
But you have, Brian.
Many times.
So how?
Especially with the gi, because people grab you with the gi if they know what they're doing, and you don't even know what the fuck's going on. You're like, what are you doing here? And then you're like, oh.
and when you wake up, are you like, how did I even
You just
get
pass
here?
out on their chest.
What?
I've been in somebody's guard when they did it. When you're
I
first
mean-
starting, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what he was doing.
Did you know that you arrived to the gym and all that stuff?
Yeah.
or
You come to,
snap
you're
back?
fine. But
Okay.
Yeah.
if somebody grabs here and then they just know what they're doing, especially if they're a higher belt, they can sneak you with shit.
Of course.
You know, one of my first days here, I think you guys were tasing Chin. So
Yeah.
would you let one of them try and choke you out right now?
I don't want to. That's the thing that kind of freaks me out. Like to be
You're worried about
completely
what's gonna-
passed out.
It also damages brain cells.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh.
Then I
Because
don't
you're
wanna do
restricting
that.
the brain
Yeah,
of
it's not-
oxygen.
it's not-
I
It's
need-
not healthy.
I need all that as many as I can have.
I don't know if tasing was
Not
good
good for
either.
you.
Though.
But
that's physical, you know, it's like-
you can feel just you can feel what it's like just with a tiny little pressure where you won't even hurt your neck. That's what I'm saying. If you do it the right way.
I don't like that stuff, man.
Orlando wants to ask you guys, what's your opinion on having your kids forego conventional sports and start them in wrestling at 4 years old?
I think it's good, but it all matters to the kid.
Right.
You know, if he wants to wrestle, let him wrestle.
Right.
I was talking about this on the Schaub show, but I heard this on, this mom was talking about it, and her message was to baseball dads. For whatever reason, baseball dads are the most strict on their kids, and they criticize the kids. Even yesterday during Tigers game, this dad was yelling. I want to be like, you go hit the fucking ball, dude. You're not going to do shit. You stop playing baseball in high school. You're not going to hit that fucking ball.
Right.
That kid's throwing fucking sauce, dude. It's tough.
Yes.
Like, you get out there. But this mom said this. It's for these baseball dads. The way you criticize your son in baseball, if you want him to stop playing video games, when he goes to get on his PS5, sit over his shoulder and go, no, hit X. No, hit square. Hit it. No, L1. No, you go left. Go right. Criticize your kid, and he will quit playing video games. Take that same energy, apply it to baseball. If you want your kid to quit whatever sport you want him to play, keep criticizing them. They'll just stop playing.
Right.
It's a game. As long as they're trying, you shouldn't be criticizing.
Yes.
So if you want your kid to stop playing sports or just stop playing video games,
Right.
coach him the way you do in baseball and video games, and he'll stop playing.
Yeah.
Like my son too, we were playing Madden. I'm like, no, that's a zone defense. And he goes, I'm done. Walks away. I'm like, over that? And then in my head, I'm like, oh, I need to chill out.
What I do with my son, if we're
So if you want to do that with baseball, they're eventually, like even yesterday, the pitcher wasn't that fast. I'm like, buddy, you got to sit on it. You got to wait on it, scoot up in the box. And because it was 3-2 count, I thought it was a ball.
It's hard not to do
I have
that.
video. I thought it was a ball. The video would show it was a ball, and he got caught looking. And I go, T, what are you doing, dude? And he just looked at me and goes, I'm trying. I went, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's hard.
No doubt, Doug.
Yeah. My
As
son,
long as there's effort.
Yeah,
we're
when
good.
my son and I roll jujitsu, I'll roll with him. I'm just so much bigger. I'll be like this. He'll do something wrong. I'll be like, but why would you do that? Why? Because now I have to do this. And I turn into a game. Like, why wouldn't you keep your guard? No, now I have to.
But you won't criticize
no,
him. Yeah.
No. I just torture him, but it's all fun and games. We're laughing.
I was making fun of T and just like pushing his buttons and thing. And then he's like, I'm a man. I'm like, oh, yeah, man. And he's like, yeah. He's like, let's fight. I'm like, you're not going to do shit. I keep going, you're not going to do shit. And he was actually trying to fight me. I was like, dude. I was like, bud, if you, I beat the shit out of him. I was like, dude. I go, dude, if you do this to any other 9-year-old, they're so fucked.
Oh, yeah.
He was really, I'm like, dude, he kicked my leg so fucking hard.
God.
And I go, do it again, see what happens. He goes, I'll kick you again. I go, do it again. I checked it, and he hit his foot right on my fucking knee and was like on the floor. I'm like, you want to keep doing that? I told him, I said, dude, if you had the same
real life.
energy with any other 9-year-old, buddy,
No, too big.
you get suspended.
Yeah, too big and strong.
Oh, dude.
I say to my son all the time, because he does jujitsu. He's really into it. He'll lose. He'll get really frustrated. I'm like, I do not care about that. You and I are never going to be professional athletes. That's not what we do. You could be really good at jujitsu, though. Just keep showing up and do it. Doesn't matter. I don't care about you winning and stuff like that. I just care that you keep showing up because it's a blast and you're getting better relative to you. The whole point is you're learning how to accomplish something. It's not about fucking winning some championship. I'm not gonna hold my son to a standard that I couldn't reach. I'm gonna hold my son to his own standard, and he's gonna have a good time. It's been a game changer for my son.
I hold my son to a pretty high standard.
Yeah, 'cause
different standard than other kids.
But that's because he's got certain genetics.
Yeah, 100%.
He's probably going to be. He's definitely going to be a D1 athlete.
Yeah.
And so there's actually more pressure because that might be his path, and that's no joke. But if
but it's his path if that's what he wants to do. He tells me he wants to do it, so I'm like, all right, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to apply pressure like you want to do it.
Yeah.
And there's a standard, and
he likes it.
He loves it.
Yeah.
But I don't get upset if he strikes out or drops a ball or whatever. If the effort's there, we're good. The minute I see you being lazy, buddy, you want to see me mad? Get lazy. Or if his coach makes him sprint and he's in the back, dude. He did it once. I said, you know what the difference between me and you is? Because I always tell him he's such a better athlete than me when we were 9. He's bigger, he's faster, he's better at everything. I did pretty well. I'm like, and just think if you apply yourself, you're going to go way further than I did. I went pretty fucking far. You're going to go way further than I did. I said, but the difference between me and you is when my coach made us run, I always finished first. He goes, really? I go, not once did a kid beat me. That's the difference. You're faster than me. So do you think you're becoming...
He's got some speed.
Yeah, and so does Bosty. And I said, do you think you're getting in last place because you're the slowest kid on the team? He goes, no. I go, then it's effort.
You're relaxing a little bit, yeah.
You're chilling.
Yeah.
I said, no one ever beat me in anything. To the water, to sprints, conditioning, I was always first. Always. In everything. That's how he has to, and I tell him if you want to make it beyond the rest of these fucking kids, that's what it's going to take. It's too competitive, dude. But I always tell him, if not, all good. Play video games, have fun with your friends, go on vacations.
Khabib said that too. Makhachev, he goes, all the training, then I got to do press. He goes, it's easy, just stop.
No. Makhachev was complaining about the media, and Khabib goes, just lose.
Yeah, that's right.
If you don't like all this, just lose. It goes away. I tell T this all the time because, Dad, we have practice today or whatever. It's very rare. I go, you don't have to do it. Just stop.
Yeah.
All that goes away. But again, if you want to do it, you're gonna have to sacrifice some things. Your buddy's gonna be on vacations and do all this fun shit. They didn't earn those vacations. We gotta earn ours. You're gonna miss parties and shit. That's just what you sign up for, dude. When your buddies, this summer I'm going to wherever. Florida, Paris,
the main thing is
Cancun.
Even if he doesn't,
we're not.
Even if he isn't an athlete, even if he decides someone, he'll take that, learning. He's learning how to learn, and he'll take all that stuff and apply it to something else.
No, he's asking me an athlete. He's too gifted.
Yeah,
it's just different. I tell him it's just different. You're expected to perform at a higher level than the rest of these kids. If you were gifted a certain amount of athletic traits, you can fuck all that away, play video games, and put your thumb up your ass, or you can get to work, and the payoff's huge, dude. Huge.
Yeah.
But it's discipline. Your buddies gonna be out playing and shit. You're gonna be hitting baseballs.
Yeah.
Catching footballs.
What if T came up and said he wanted to fight like you?
No, that's the one pushback you'd get.
I know you've said it's like specific to the kid and stuff, but like, what are your thoughts on
He doesn't have the issues I had. He doesn't have the anger and the chip on his shoulder. He's such a better athlete than I was at 9. It's not even funny. And I was fucking good. He blows me out the water. I had to fight because I had no other options. He has so many options. And it's not, people think fighting's like this glorious life. It's fucking tough, and there's not the juice really isn't worth the squeeze. By all accounts, any way you measure it, I was a successful UFC fighter. Any other sport, I'm pretty set for life if I was just conservative with my money. I'd be pretty set. I'd be getting payments every month from the NFL, NBA, MLB. I'd be pretty set. UFC, dude, when you're done, that's it. The lights are out. It's just, and the level of commitment to it, it's year round. Unlike other sports, it's year round. So the UFC is just not there. And unfortunately, and pay-per-view and the numbers would prove this, it's not advancing. MMA is not advancing.
It's not?
No. The fan base is actually getting diluted, especially in America. So with the pay-per-view numbers and the TV right deal numbers going less, do you think they're going to pay the fighters more now? No. So it's not like they're crushing it so bad where there's going to be a lawsuit where eventually they're going to get an MLB or NBA. That's never happening in fighting, ever. People go, what about Conor? He's such an outlier. You think LeBron's an outlier? What Conor did, the amount of money and the success he had is it's 1 in a trillion. It's never happening again. So quit with your fucking examples of Conor or this guy or John Jones. Like, your chances are you'll be on the prelims. You might get on from contender series, but you're dedicating your entire life to it, and there's not much upside to it. I was fortunate I can do this. I can do other. Most guys can't. No. It doesn't get you to college. It's just, and he doesn't need to do it. I did it because I got cut from football.
Not to mention, it's just a lot of head trauma. There's a lot of stuff sometimes you don't walk away from.
Also, if I would have had an NFL career, I would have never fought. I don't want to fucking fight.
Yeah.
He's way better than I am at everything. He can make it. In football, baseball, he can make it. He doesn't need to fight. No one's choosing fighting over football.
No.
The fighters you love to see on TV, the reason they got in fighting, they couldn't play any other sport. Especially the fighters. There's some young guys who are like, oh, I want to fight. But if you're good at football, baseball, there ain't a fucking man on this planet who's like, I'd rather do that, get punched in the face, than hit a baseball.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. They couldn't play baseball. They couldn't play football. So in exchange, they fought. Tiger didn't have to do that.
This is kind of a longer one, but I think it's sweet. It's from Tony Rowland. He says, first, I want to start by saying, Brendan, I had the chance to see you do stand-up in Philly and again at the sneaker store on South Street.
Oh,
and you were
yeah.
awesome. There's a side of you that many people may not see. The way you've supported up-and-coming comics, helped fighters, donated to a number of charities, and done countless of other things to quietly help others. Be the great dad you are and continue to lead by example.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Some of us see it. He said, I'm a police officer and also own a jiu-jitsu rash guard brand. I'm looking to start investing, though. My question for both of you is, if you had $46K to invest, how would you do it?
Don't ask us. That's what I would say. The answer is, hey, don't ask us, just podcasters. Get somebody who has a good track record and find out what they've invested in. Don't go to a stockbroker. When you find
Wait,
people,
hold on. I'm confused, B. Is he talking about he has $46,000 to invest in like
Yeah.
stocks and stuff?
Yeah.
He's saying,
Or he has $46,000 to invest in his own gi company?
I think he's talking
no,
about
he's
guard.
saying,
invest.
my question is, if you had $46K to invest, how would you do it? I've made some money with crypto, but I'm open to exploring other ideas.
Me, hey, we love you, dude.
Yeah,
I
love
wish
you.
we could help you.
Love you. Love
the
you.
only thing I've ever invested in is real estate, and thank God it's paid off.
Yeah.
I don't know crypto. I don't know stocks.
No.
I know real estate
No, I
from
got
my
a guy
daddy.
who does it. My
That's
brother-in-law,
it.
he's a genius.
Don't ask us though.
No.
You'll lose all your money.
All your money.
We would have invested in fucking flying cars. Like, we're not the guy.
You find a guy who's done a conservative portfolio, and find out what they invest in. The other thing you can do that has been proven since World War II is invest in an index fund. A regular index fund. So in other words, you invest in the American stock market, you hedge your bet across the thing.
Even this is almost too much.
Yeah, but you'll make between 7 and 10% if you look at what happened from World War II to now.
Too much.
Yeah, but now with tariffs,
too much. Yeah, too much. This guy's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but
but
also
it's true.
the best investment you can make is in yourself. I truly believe that, and don't leave it up to stocks and all that shit. I get people can do that and they make their money. I don't know that world, so I don't fuck with it. I fuck with real estate and I invest in my own shit because you can control your own shit. So if you have a gi company or a rash company, invest the money in that and try to blow that up.
But also don't listen to us.
Comes to business and that stuff and like real estate, you might be all right. But when it comes to stock, don't fucking listen to us.
But I do think investing in yourself is smart.
Best investment you can make.
Yeah.
Let's finish with one more. We have time for one more?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Has there ever been a time where either of you felt misunderstood that you'd like to clear up?
Every day.
Yeah. I mean,
And that, like, misunderstood, like something we said on the show?
no, just in
that's
general.
awesome.
I
I think my entire life's misunderstood. Like, people think I'm like this mean guy or like bully or something.
You're
Yeah.
a shithead.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like I spend all my time trying to think of ways to make people laugh for raising my kids. Yeah, I'm definitely flawed, and I'm very critical of myself. But overall, I mean, some of the criticism is it's it's been an interesting 4 years. Yeah, going on 5 years.
But I also think the people that criticize us or make YouTube videos, stuff like that, like my whole thing is like, yeah, do you, man. Like, we're not that famous. There's so much better content to make. There's so much more famous people where you could probably get actual views.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Like, already you're fucking up doing the videos on us. Do it like Logan Paul or Jake Paul video. I'm sure we'll do better numbers. Maybe they do
everybody makes
multiple
videos
people.
On everybody.
Yeah.
On Rogan, everybody.
Well, and then really quick, it was Brendan Keogh who made that cool graphic. And
Brendan Keogh, you're a stud. God,
So
that guy
good.
knows his shit.
So good.
Wow, Brendan
We'll get that
Keogh,
up
well
soon.
done. Fuck.
Yeah,
Good
put that
job.
on Fire and the Kids.
That
See
was
what the fans
great.
say. Who takes it?
Damn,
Question
that
mark.
was good.
And then tag Brendan. Also, his name's Brendan. Is that it, kids?
that's it.
That is it.
Another
Well,
fan question, dude. I'm glad we
Let's
brought
go.
fan questions.
Come
back.
on, baby. I like
Fun.
doing it. It's actually fun. Springfield, Missouri. I'm going to see you soon. April 18 and 19, Springfield, Missouri. You come get some. And I'm looking forward to the Blue Room. It's going to be great.
Dude, they got great coffee out there, great hotel.
Oh, it's great. Where'd you stay?
Top 5.
Gotta find out.
Just look up hotels in Springfield.
Okay.
It's literally the newest one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so nice. Cheap too.
Yeah?
Great
All right,
hotel.
I'll do that.
It's like the only hotel in town.
I think I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about.
dope.
Yeah. All right, good.
All right, kids. That's it. This is the Fine Kid. We're out.